Let's take a look at Li Auto, which interestingly enough just really didn't participate yesterday, but it's having one heck of a week, all in all. So it's had some ups and downs, but nice move here.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been talking about the 40 level kind of being this line in the sand. If you go to the weekly chart, you can see that 40 level, if you just keep on drawing that line to the left, it's important, right? It's an important level. So I like that we're getting above that level. And yeah, I mean, Li Auto, it's been one of those Chinese stocks that was able to kind of shake off some of the Chinese weakness, and that was kind of a positive for me, that it wasn't as beholden to the economic news of China. So that makes it a little bit more favored for me on the Chinese side. But yeah, I really like the fact that it's getting above this 40 level right here.
Yeah, and it almost has like a low handle look to it. I mean, it's not high enough to be a proper handle, but it feels like this would be some place where if you wanted to get into Li Auto, this might be a place to enter. I don't know if that would be something, because I know you've played this. Is this entice you, or do you say like,
No, it does actually. I've been watching it, and it has earnings behind it. So yeah, this is one that I'm considering. I'm just kind of waiting to see if we're doing things with it on other stuff too. So
I also want to note that Li Auto will begin pre-sales of its first ever all-electric vehicle. Most of what its vehicles are, they're not technically hybrids. They're these extended range things where the gas engine powers the battery. They don't, it's a weird thing. So, but they're doing, it's a minivan. It's got a weird styling, supposedly very aerodynamic. So that'll be launched on the 17th, the pre-sales. A lot of vehicles are going to be debuting. Pre-sales, deliveries will be on that day from Xpeng. BYD has some stuff. BYD, I'm just going to show it for a moment. Xpeng is down on its earnings, not terribly. It's trying to hold the 200-day line. All right, Justin, here.
Can I just say something
Yeah,
quickly?
go.
Just because you were talking about autos anyway, but supposedly United Auto Workers Union members might vote down the agreement with General Motors. So that's quite.
Yeah, some of them have been rejecting it, those local plants, and I'm not sure what it all means and how that'll play out. So yeah, that's interesting. Because I know the Ford plant in Kentucky, I think they rejected the deal. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with all that. It's a good point.
Is GM stock reacting to that at all, or?
And they hadn't. Well, GM has other issues because GM, I think, did further suspensions of its crews, which has been disastrous. So this is not moving too much, and some of that might be related to interest rates, because I think that helped GM and a lot of other automakers with interest rates coming up. Well, Justin, also BYDDF, likely auto, it's profitable, which is nice. It's nice to see profits on growth companies, as far as I'm concerned. But
yeah,
I don't want to go crazy there. But,
You're so picky. But yeah, and BYDDF, it looks like it kind of has an area around 33. So it has broken that downtrend line that you've drawn, but there's also this area at 33. I'd like to kind of see it get above that. Get above that as well, because that's been an area. And here again, I feel like you could probably look at the weekly chart on that and go back.
Is this tight?
What's that?
Very tight. And some of these bars and some of these intraday bars are it's actually tighter than it looks, because sometimes they have these weird moves at the first minute of trading. But yes.
Yeah. And that does happen with things that trade overseas, where it's kind of like a catch up to the previous the previous session's activity. So you do get that jump, and it looks gappy, but again, that's normal for a lot of these ADRs and again, things that trade overseas. But yeah, you really do have kind of this tight area, and for me, waiting a couple extra dimes makes sense to see if it can get out of that tight area.